What is going on, guys? Chris Rudnick here, and today it is actually like 10:30, 11 o'clock at night right now. I just got done making yesterday's video. If you haven't checked it out, definitely go click up in the corner right now and see how much this thing made on the dyno, because honestly the results are kind of shocking. Anyways, if you guys watched yesterday's video, you know that we have the intercooler installed. We have half of the intercooler piping installed, the cold side. Chris, while I was editing, he actually just made the little sandwich plate for the oil pressure and the oil feed line as well. So now all we have to do is run that on top. So everything is good in the neighborhood there. I'm so happy you did that, because I really did. That's the worst part of the build, is that.
No, it wasn't terrible.
But we're gonna go ahead, we're gonna lower the car right now, and the fun stuff is starting early in the video. We gotta put the turbo manifold on, we gotta put the turbo on. I think we're pretty close to making some noises. All right, guys, so now it's time to put the turbo manifold on. This just got back from James's house. He just ceramic coated it, and it's really cool because not only does it like dissipate the heat and it will kind of keep the exhaust temps down, it is also black and it's gonna look really good with the powder coated blue turbo. So pretty excited. We're gonna throw this in right now. Let's see what it looks like. All right, guys, so as you can see, we got the ceramic coated turbo manifold on. Everything is tight, ready to go. We're going to put the turbo feed on, and look at that restrictor, dude. That is crazy that the turbo only needs that much oil. It's pretty insane. But before we go ahead, we put the turbo on, I wanna put the oil feed fitting on and the oil return one on, so we just don't have to worry about it. So here we go, let's do it. All right, so we just bolted up the feed and the return fittings, and we just placed this on, and it doesn't look clocked right. It's pretty lined up with the holes, but as you can see, like this, I mean, it's not terrible, but I'd love to have the return line at the bottom. I wish CX Racing had better pictures. Let me see, because we'd use this reducer right here, and how they want, yeah, no, that wouldn't work. I'm just trying to think how this would be routed. I think this has to be a little up because it sits like this. No, it doesn't, because they want you to like drill a hole in there.
So this has to turn right, maybe come down a little more.
Yeah, but I'm just worried that it's gonna like, because then where the fuck does that go, you know?
Oh, it's on the frame.
It would almost make sense to like clock it a little and put a hole there. That's what we did with the Roadster, but their picture show is fucking take the fender off and drill in there.
So we can't go this way and then like cut this so it can come out.
Well, this is like, this is structural, so we can't do this.
Oh, that's frame.
Yeah, so we don't want to do that. We can do this. I don't really love that. So I don't love any of it, to be honest.
So
but
it doesn't hit the tire?
No, because they give you a skinnier pipe for it. Okay. But it could hit the tire, yes. It did on my Roadster until Harvey fixed that. But I don't know, we're gonna mess around with this a little bit. We're gonna loosen these to loosen up the front housing of the turbo, so we can kind of move this around a little bit and kind of play with it and figure out a good game plan. Well, guys, this side is kind of a shit show, I'm not gonna lie. If you see this picture right here, CX Racing, they tell you to drill a hole on the side where your fender went, so took the fender off. And this hole was already here, so I'm just gonna use this hole. It's a pilot hole. We're not gonna think about it. We're just gonna send it. Here we go. It's almost there, actually. This thing's pretty good. Holy crap.
That's working.
It's working pretty good, huh?
Oh, yeah.
We just need a tiny bit more and we're good to go.
I think that's good. I think we need to grind that little section.
Yeah, we're just gonna have to cut it out.
Yeah.
Sweet. Ooh, Jesus.
You want?
It's a bit.
Yeah, it's
sharp. It's a little sharp, yeah. All right, boys, well, an hour later, we did have some trouble, but me and Chris, we were able to figure everything out. So as you guys know, we got that intercooler. Dude, that junk looks so good. Such good junk. But you guys know we already got the cold side, and we've been working on the hot side. So this, it goes straight up, and then you guys saw that we cut that hole saw. This goes 90 to a reducer to all the way right here, and then it goes like that. I believe this was, I don't think we messed with the clock. I think it was like this from the start. Other than the center, we did mess with the center to straighten that.
Right.
but I'm pretty sure, dude, is that even gonna clear the hood? Look how high that is compared.
I know, so it's on an angle.
Dude, maybe that's why it was at an angle. Maybe it was clocked right, dude.
Dang, I let her freaking...
I mean, at the end of the day, it's pretty easy to... Dude, that ain't clearing. That ain't clearing, dude.
So, yeah, maybe it...
I mean, we'll worry about that a little later because we can mess with that whenever. But we were able to fully bolt on the turbo to the turbo manifold. Someone just bought some merch. Thanks. www.junkforless.net. Pick it up. But yeah, so we had to put 2 bolts down and 2 bolts up. Hey, someone just bought some merch. Thank you. www.junkforless.net. But yeah, 2 bolts down, 2 bolts up. It was a little tricky. We definitely had to use some brain power to get that thing to work, but everything is good in the neighborhood now. We did had to take this flange off. That goes from the 5 bolt to the V-band like that, which is really weird because CX Racing, they bolted this on the turbo for you. So 1, I didn't know you had to take this off. 2, there's no gasket. So I don't know if this is like a perfect machined flattened surface to where you don't need a gasket, but I know this thing is eBay as hell and something's telling me that we're gonna need a gasket. So I'm a little bummed that CX Racing didn't supply that for us, but I guess we're gonna run one. I guess we're gonna run it without one for now just because it wasn't supplied to us. So I can only assume that we don't need it. We're gonna find out for sure, but just know that we will be keeping an eye on that and checking for exhaust leaks there. So our next step is we're gonna bolt this there. And I guess we're gonna run the downpipe. How we're gonna run the return line now, for now, I know a couple people are gonna be mad at me, but we're gonna cut the dipstick. Yes, that means we're not gonna be able to check the oil, but a couple people in the comments from last video, they're already kind of confused. They're like, yo, what happened to the forge build? Don't worry, it's still happening, but I'm a very impatient person. When I want something, I want it immediately. And this turbo kit's just sitting around. My engine's gonna be at the machine shop for at least another week and a half. And I just wanted to get everything bolted up and everything to make sense in my head. So like when the forge engine is completely done, it's completely built, all we have to do is take this engine out. I already know how the intercooler piping goes. I already cut this, it already has a tune, like we're gonna be ready to go. So I just wanted to get all of this stuff out of the way now. I wanna have some fun. I wanna go to the compound this weekend and everything. So that's the reason why I'm doing it. I think it's a pretty solid reason. And going back to the return line, we're gonna cut the dipstick for now. I just don't wanna take the oil pan off to drill it, and I don't wanna drill it in the car, because God forbid we get some shavings, it gets stuck in the oil pickup, and then all of our fun gets ruined forever. What was that?
The oil shavings are gonna go right in that restrictor.
Yeah, it's gonna be ruined. So don't worry, when we get the forged engine, we're gonna be properly welding a bung inside the oil pan. Someone just got some merch, www.junkforless.net. Go get your merch, but yeah, we're going hack for a little bit, not forever, I promise. All right, guys, well, I'm not gonna lie, Chris and I, we've been working a decent while on this turbo drain, and I think we came up with the best solution for what we have right now and for what we're doing. Of course, the right way would be to be drilling in the oil pan and actually welding in a bung, but we're just not doing that right now. So as you can see, we took this fire sleeve and we slid it all the way up. It's funny because usually I have everything that you could possibly need to build a car at the shop. The problem is you just have to find it. We run into this problem all the time, and after like 20 minutes of looking, we're like, oh, look at this, look how much we have. Anyways.
Or we make something else.
Or we make something else and then we find it. Exactly. Or we buy it and then we just have more. Anyways, this is our new dipstick. It's not kinked. Yes, there's a little dimple in there, but as long as it's like a constant flow, because it's just fed by gravity. There's no pressure in this line. So as long as it's always going down, it should be good. It's just gonna be trickling anyways. We put some new O-rings in there, so it should be pretty sturdy. But the reason why I put this is because you can see this hole. It's a bit big, so we took another rubber hose to go like this to kind of like get rid of that gap. And then we're just gonna put 2 hose clamps, one right here, really just crank it down. And like I said, there's no pressure or anything, so theoretically that shouldn't leak at all. And the big problem we were having was the return line kept hitting the turbo manifold. So I found this fire sleeve, like I said, we just threw it on. And now it's okay that if this rubs against the turbo manifold, because trust me, my drift car manifolds get really hot and this stuff rubs on it constantly. and it's still doing good. So I know this stuff's good. That's literally what it's meant for, is to like be able to stay on hot stuff like that and not catch on fire. So we're gonna put the dipstick in, we're gonna get these hose clamps in and everything, and that's just one less thing we need to do. This car's getting done tonight. All right, guys, well, it is 2:48 and we are still killing it. But as you can see, the return line is on and everything. We got the 2 hose clamps, and honestly, I don't think this thing's gonna move. It's pretty freaking sturdy. Like if I go like this, like the whole dipstick doesn't even go anywhere, and it's pretty good. We got the fire sleeve just in case, and it's pretty good in the neighborhood, honestly. We got the downpipe completely installed. V-band is all tight. You can see the nice ceramic coating, so it doesn't get too hot and it just manages heat a little better. And then we got this little mid pipe here going to the cat delete pipe, and then obviously just the exhaust. But I mean, everything is pretty much done down here. I don't really think we have to do anything else. I mean, I gotta put a nut on that engine mount, but other than that, we're pretty good. We are saving the hose clamps on the intercooler piping just for last, but we're gonna go ahead, we're gonna lower it and start to just tighten up the feed line and just tighten up some loose ends. All right, so we are still here grinding away. Honestly, all of the loose ends, they're pretty much fixed. We got all of the intercooler clamps on. Chris is just working on finishing that side. What do you got, like 2 more? And other than that, I think we're pretty good to go for tomorrow. The last thing that we need to do is right here, and I cannot wait to run this car tomorrow. Last time we turboed a Miata, it was the Roadster, and it only took 4 hours. And this, we're probably on like, what do you think, 7 hours total?
Tonight?
Yeah.
What time is it? 4?
It's like 4-ish. And no, it's 3. It's like 3 o'clock. I think 7 hours would be fair to say, give or take. But the only reason why it took us 4 hours last time was because Roberto, Jack, me, we were all like grinding on the thing, and you know, Roberto and Jack, those guys are masterminds. So it was a lot quicker process, but to add another 3 hours just for me and Chris to grind this thing out really wasn't too bad. But here we have the Mega Squirt right here that I'm gonna go ahead, I'm gonna take apart the interior real quick. I believe this one is in the kick panel. I don't know if it's in the kick panel or if it's behind the seat. I'm gonna look it up real quick, but I'm really stoked. This is V3, I think. Let's open it. It's actually the V2, but honestly, who gives a damn? This thing is more than capable for what we're doing. This is what was in the Roadster, and Jack was able to tune this thing like a mastermind. So I'm really excited to put this in and Jack to tune this thing and drift it, because it's gonna be badass. Oh man, am I so thankful for this. So 94, 95 Miatas. If you guys wanna change your ECU, it's just right there. 1 bolt, hell yeah. All right guys, well, you know me, I'm a super impatient dude. So we're gonna go ahead, we're gonna try to start it. I don't think it's gonna start whatsoever, because I don't know if these come with base maps on them. I'm pretty sure you have to go on their website and you need to install the base map, but I could be completely wrong. I really don't know. We have 1000cc injectors. The stock computer was plugged in, wouldn't work whatsoever. But I'm more concerned to see if the injectors start priming or if the fuel pump primes, so we can check the injectors for some leaks. You ready? Yeah. Oh, they're priming. Yeah. Nothing? I'll do it again. That's the fuel pump. I'm gonna try to start it. Maybe if we just plug the map in, tell me when you're good. It doesn't click. I think it's too good to be true, sadly. Well, at least she's cranking. All right, guys. Well, it's like 4:30 in the morning. I'm pretty shot. You shot? Ready for bed. Yeah, I'm ready to go home, but I think we killed it on the progress today, man. I am so excited. We got the fender on the other side. We have to throw the wheel on tomorrow. The only thing that I have to do now is, I mean, I have to tighten this. I forgot to tighten the blow off. We have to run a vacuum line from the blow off, but we ran the signal wire, the vacuum line from the intake manifold all the way to the Mega Squirt, and I need new spark plugs. We need to gap that, but clearly I can't do that tonight because we need to go to AutoZone for that. But just little basic stuff. I need to go to HP Logic tomorrow. They have some extra AEM gauges. I need a wideband for this car so we can actually read AFRs. We need to install a boost gauge, just stuff like that to make it tunable for tomorrow. I'm really excited. Hopefully you guys are too. I'll just see you in the morning. Yo, all right, so it is the next day. Got up a little late. I didn't get home until 5 a.m. Woke up at 1, and then we got here. So I'm not trying to waste any time today. The only thing that we need to do right now is we need to take, I know, I'm sorry, we need to take the wideband out of this car. We just ordered 2 extras, so I'm gonna have one for this car again, and then I'm just gonna have one to sit on my shelf because I'm always, look at this guy, straight to work, man. You don't waste time, eh?
Well, Jack's only here for a certain amount of time.
True. Yeah, so the game plan today is we're gonna street tune it just so I can drive it, I can boost it, make sure everything is good, make sure no intercooler pipes are gonna pop off or anything. Tomorrow, what we're gonna do is we're gonna drain the 93 out because I'm only gonna run E85 in the Ricermiata just because the E85 station, super close to my house. It's literally 5 minutes away from the shop. There's no reason for me to ever have to run 93. And of course, we need more power. E85, it's safer. The only downside of E85 is instead of 15 miles to the gallon, you're gonna get like 8. But that's okay, it's miles per gallon. That's what we're going for. Let's take this wideband off. All right, boys, well, the time is now. We worked really hard last night. We've been working for about a half an hour now, and we are pretty good to go. We got the wideband installed right there. I got my good buddy Sam. He is a mastermind at hiding wires and all of that stuff, so we were able to bang that out really quick. We just ran the blow-off valve line to the intake manifold, and it goes to the Greddy right there. Not a Freddy, a Greddy. And then we just ran the wastegate line from the turbo to the actuator. Now we're just kind of checking over everything, making sure everything is good. And now it's time to go over to HP. Hopefully Jack can take a walk over here so we don't have to push it because yeah, she won't start with the 1000cc injector. So let's take a walk. Look at this guy thinking he can out truck me. How cute. What are you doing getting into trucks now?
What size motor is yours? What size motor is it?
6.7.
7.3.
What year is this?
Doesn't matter. What year am I?
Doesn't matter. Anyways, I stayed up all night. Remember the Ricermiata? She was on the dyno yesterday. It's turboed.
Yeah.
I'm in need of some professional tuning.
In less than 24 hours, you're returning now with a turbocharged version.
And I'm ready for you to start it up. She won't start right now because it's got the injector dynamic 1000cc injectors, and it doesn't know what to do.
Okay.
But the mega squirt's in. We got an AFR, wideband, and everything. We should be pretty good to go.
I think so.
Problem is I can't get it here right now because
So you want me to go over there?
I would like that.
All right, give me a minute.
Awesome. I can't tell you how nice it is to have your tuner literally 3 bays down.
It's nice.
Jack is in the car right now doing his magic. I mean, even through these hard times, Jack's got you. How you tuning right now?
Right now, the tuning world is accepted because we can do remote tunes.
So you're still doing remote tunes.
still doing
and how do they do that if they want one?
Basically, like if you've got an ECU that we support, or even if it's something we don't support, just email us and let us know what you have.
Mm-hmm.
The basics is if you've got a laptop and you're able to connect to your car with that laptop, I can get in via remote, and allows me to actually control the software remotely and tune your car.
Yeah.
So it's not too bad. You just
Okay.
gotta let us know what you have.
So their email is going to be right here, right now. If you guys need a tune, definitely just email them, and Jack will take care of you because he's about to get this car running right now. All right, boys and girls. Well, if you give Jack 5 minutes with a computer, from a not running car to a running car, I mean, start it up, Jack. Show him.
Here we go.
Heck yeah. Let's give her a rev, dude. Well, guys, I think we're gonna end the video right here. We are about to go for some street tuning right now. I am super excited. Definitely stay tuned for tomorrow's video because I promise you, as long as everything goes smoothly, there will be some drifting, there will be some burnouts because it's the Ricermiata, man. We don't waste any time in this thing. So if you guys like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you guys want to subscribe for more, subscribe for more. Don't forget to hit up Horsepower Logic, their email right here, right now, if you guys need a tune. And I'm so excited. Peace.